So do you want to change Fallout New Vegas into Cyberpunk 2077 or just a Cyberpunk themed? Well, welcome. So we're going to show off some Cyberpunk themed mods, mainly from the video game Cyberpunk 2077, or we're just going to show some Cyberpunk theme mods, I'd say, that are very similar to any kind of Cyberpunk theme. So now we have the Malorian Arms 3516. So this is pretty much Johnny's pistol from Cyberpunk 2077, created by Kane Primus. So this will add in his Malorian Arms pistol from the Cyberpunk video game, and also its included animations, which you do actually need to download a separate mod for, which I will link in the description down below. So it will actually have the animations from Cyberpunk, which are absolutely awesome. People say they do go on for a bit too long, and obviously you're trying to kill people and your character's just swinging his gun around, fanning it in circles, but I think it looks absolutely amazing. And the cool thing about this mod as well, if you do click the B button, which it was for me, well, the B on the keyboard, you will use the animation where you use it as like a melee weapon, and it shoots out flames just like in Cyberpunk, which is absolutely fucking awesome, I've got to say that for sure. So you can also get a unique version of the handgun in Freeside as well, in the King's Schools of Impersonation, and it also includes a laser sight, which also will include the accuracy. So what I did was I just used an item spawner to get this gun straight off the bat, so then I get it pretty much from the beginning of the game, instead of having to look for it, because obviously looking for weapons is a bit of a ball ache sometimes. So using a mod manager or just searching it in the console mod command bar, you can get this straight off the bat. I've got to say, this is probably one of the coolest mods I've seen on the Nexus for Fallout New Vegas, especially a firearm mod anyway, and it's definitely one of those weapons I probably will keep in my mod list because of how fucking cool it is. And it was awesome in Cyberpunk, and now we've got it in Fallout New Vegas with the animations and everything. So if you want to play as Johnny Silverhands, this would be absolutely perfect. B42 Inspect. Basically what this does is you can inspect the ammo count and the weapon conditioning. So this will be absolutely perfect for what I'm about to show you later on in the video. So if you're using any Cyberpunk themed weapons, it will be absolutely perfect to inspect them. And any modern video game nowadays has this included in their video game pretty much anyway. So yeah, this pretty much is a mod that will change it so you can actually inspect how many ammo you have in your rifle or your pistol. Then you can also check the weapon conditioning without going into VATS, or not VATS, you can go into your Pip-Boy and check it through that way. So this is more of a modern approach, I'd say. It does actually remind me a bit like the Cyberpunk game, the way you can inspect your weapons and stuff in that, and the character just inspects them by themselves by being idle. So yeah, it has 35 animations made from scratch and a custom HUD element. Now we've got the Rainer AK Remastered, created by Anox 1987. So this is a remaster version of the original Rainer AK. So this is just essentially a better version of the old version. So this is absolutely perfect for any Cyberpunk themed weapon in the game. So I couldn't really actually find any Cyberpunk 2077 weapons on Fallout New Vegas mod sites. So this is the closest thing to a Cyberpunk weapon, which I could imagine would be in the Cyberpunk video game, or just any Cyberpunk game, I'd say. It looks absolutely amazing, and it does have its own heat signature detector on the side like you've seen in Call of Duty before. And yeah, it's basically just like very high-tech modernized version of the AK-47, a more futuristic feel, and it's absolutely amazing. Texture quality in this is absolutely awesome as well. So if you don't like the Malorian Arms and you want a rifle, this would be absolutely perfect. Even if you don't really want it that much Cyberpunk, this would just fit absolutely amazing into Fallout New Vegas as well, because it just fits into the game and it looks like a weapon that should have been in Fallout from the beginning. So make sure you get this mod using an item spawn. You can get it straight off the bat, or you can get it in any vendor, and pretty much it will be sold at Gloria as well, a unique variant of this rifle. So if you want to play as Johnny Silverhand and you're not a big fan of the Malorian Arms, this rifle will be absolutely perfect to get an assault rifle, which is somewhat similar to an assault rifle you will get in Cyberpunk 2077. Like I said, there wasn't many rifles or pistols from the video game, so this is the closest thing I'm going to get to it, just so you have that Cyberpunk-esque feel in Fallout New Vegas, so it will go absolutely perfect with your Johnny Silverhand character. So if you enjoyed the katanas from Cyberpunk, we're going to include them in this mod video. So we've got the Modern Warfare katana, pretty much ported straight from Modern Warfare, with its own custom sound. So if you are looking for a melee build and you want that Cyberpunk kind of roleplay character, this would be absolutely perfect. Experimental Laser Katana by Brothers Shogo. So this will add a new weapon called the Laser Katana. So like in Cyberpunk, you can get normal regular katanas, and you can also get like a laser variant of it. So if you're not a big fan of just the standalone katana, you can get the laser version, which will be absolutely perfect. This is Sigma Katana Animations KNVSE. So this will pretty much just add new animations for any katana weapon in the game. So I say it'll be more Cyberpunk themed. So your character will be swinging around the katana a hell of a lot quicker than what the bog standard animations are for Fallout, because I feel like the melee animations for Fallout are pretty ass. So if you are looking for a katana build and you want that Cyberpunk kind of roleplay, So this is the Alien Isolation Magnum revolver. Now, the only reason I've included this is because there's a lot of Magnums and stuff like that in Cyberpunk 2077, which look very similar to this. So I've got the closest thing to a Cyberpunk themed revolver. So then if you don't like the other two weapons, you can use this weapon as well, which is from the Alien Isolation video game, which is an awesome weapon, I'd say, and this texture quality, this is absolutely amazing. So this is made by Terrius, so this will actually just be the basic Alien Isolation Magnum revolver from the Alien Isolation video game, and you can find it from Doc Mitchell's house. So if you're not a big fan of the two other weapons, you can use this weapon. If you're a big fan of Magnums and you want that like Cyberpunk themed Magnum instead of just a bog standard one, you can get this one as well included with it. So if you have an item spawner, like I've just said, you can get this weapon straight off the bat. So if you can't bother trying to find it, or it wasn't spawning in your game, make sure you do download an item spawner mod so you can get this straight off the gate. So this is a cool one. This will pretty much just add like an exoskeleton suit. Well, the medical clinic in Fallout New Vegas, which does have the implants. So you can actually get implants in Fallout New Vegas, but they don't actually show any modifications to the character. So this will pretty much, what it'll do is give you like exoskeleton to your character, which I'd say a very cyberpunk theme. So remember the maelstrom from Cyberpunk, this pretty much gives you those sort of implants. So you can get implants for your arms, your eyes, stuff like that, and it will actually change your character so it does look like an actual cyborg, like the maelstrom guys from Cyberpunk. So obviously you need to make sure you have caps, otherwise you cannot purchase these. So if you are struggling with money, just go to the casinos, or you just use a mod to spawn in the caps or your console commands. So if you are struggling with caps, just make sure you gamble it all away at the casinos and hope you're lucky, or just use console commands and you will get the caps for these. But yeah, they do look pretty cool and they attach to your character, so it doesn't look like it's floating on your character. It does look quite organic, I'd say. So if you want to play it as like a maelstrom character from Cyberpunk, this will go absolutely perfect. So pretty much Wasteland Warfire is a mod by Jay Tucker that pretty much just gives you ammo pouches, ammo vests, plate carriers and helmets and glasses, stuff like that. So the only reason we're showing this mod off is because if you want to roleplay as a maelstrom character using the cybernetics mod as well, you can kind of get that character. So if you create your character in the main screen of the game, you can make him very white or her very white, and you can try and recreate a maelstrom character from Cyberpunk. So if you know, they do wear a lot of ammo vests, ammo pouches and stuff like that. So I couldn't really find a mod that includes like an outfit that is like on Under Armour that is half nude where there is no top, but this is the closest thing I can get to it. In addition, to get like the Krenzikov modification from Cyberpunk 2077, we have Just Bullet Time by Yevsys, or whatever you want to pronounce that name. So this is pretty much just a simple mod. It will add bullet time into your game, so make sure you have the requirements for this mod or it will not work. So it's essentially just that sport in a slow motion variant. It kind of reminds me of Fallout 4's, but without like this actual completely stopping where you choose the body parts. It will be in real game time, and you pretty much where you're aiming your gun, it will locate the body parts for you, and then I'm assuming the bullets will hit where you're pretty much located, and it will outline the body parts that your crosshairs are pretty much over the top of. So this is a very cool mod, even if you don't want a Cyberpunk theme mod in your game. This is a pretty sick mod just to have in general. But obviously, if you know, Cyberpunk 2077 has the Krenzikov modification in your head where you can slow down time. The Sandevistan modification where you slow down time. You can get different variants of it where it slows down time even slower. So this is perfect for that, because obviously in Cyberpunk, that's one of the main things in that game. So the Atlantis bar. So this is made by Lone Wanderer 1987. So this is like a 5 or 4 year old mod made in 2020, and it pretty much, what this does, it just adds a bar in Freeside, very similar to the one you see in Cyberpunk 2077. So if you remember the bar from Cyberpunk 2077 called the Afterlife, it looks very similar to that. So pretty much this is just a bar, that's pretty much it. So it sells cocktails and Nuka-Colas, and yeah, so if you want a chilling out area in Freeside, this will add a Cyberpunk themed bar to the game. So if you want to recreate Cyberpunk as much as possible, you can get this added to Freeside, and then yeah, you can check this out. But it's pretty cool. There's a lot of neon lights, there's a lot of writing on the walls, kind of. I think they've actually used those letters from Fallout 4, because it looks like the letters you get in the base building of Fallout 4. But I feel like this actually does fit into Fallout New Vegas, or Fallout in general. I feel like, why wouldn't it? Because it's very high tech, Cyberpunk themed in some areas, so this does actually fit quite well into the game. But yeah, you've got your own bar bartender, you've got like a little fish aquarium on the wall. So if you want to have like a nightclub feel like you did in Cyberpunk, where you went and got your pretty much just little lounging area. So this cyberware mod pretty much adds the cyberware mechanic from Cyberpunk 2077. So pretty much you need to find these cyberware throughout the world. So this voice modular implant is found in Doc Mitchell's house, and then you will get a quest called I Dream of Electric Sheep. After that, you will need to go to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. So Cyberware 2281 is a mod that includes cyberware into Fallout New Vegas, pretty much exactly like Cyberpunk 2077. It has its own little HUD menu just like you've seen in Cyberpunk but in Fallout. So this mod includes many head implants, torso implants, arm implants and leg ones, and you will find these throughout the world, so make sure you keep a good lookout, otherwise you'll miss them. These mods will increase your charisma, intelligence, perception, etc., and also increase your movement speed and your reload speed as well, which is pretty cool. So if you ever played Cyberpunk, you do get cyberware which will increase your character's abilities. So after finding the implants in the world, you will get that quest and you'll need to head straight to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. You can also find skill books that will make you able to go to other doctors, which will also be able to perform the surgeries. So it's a very cool, nice little mod. It's absolutely lovely stuff, and yeah, I've never seen anything really like it in Vegas. But yeah, so if you want to play more Cyberpunk-esque mods, this will be absolutely perfect, just like Doc Vic does to you in Cyberpunk, where you can get more implants for your character. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure this is inspired by Cyberpunk, which is pretty cool, and I do like its little HUD element here, which shows you which implants you can install considering all the ones you've found throughout the world. Make sure you do have caps, otherwise you will not be able to afford it. So if you are playing on PC, well, obviously playing on PC, you can use console commands to get as many caps as you like, or go to the casinos like I said previously, and make sure you gamble and make sure you've got that high luck skill. Also, there is a spreadsheet floating around there on Reddit where it will show you all the locations for these mods which you can implant yourself with. Now, testing with these implants installed, I crouched down because I had 2 crouch implants where it increases your crouch movement speed, and yes, it works absolutely perfect. So there's a ton of cybernetics implants you can get throughout the world, so they will increase many different abilities and also your special stats as well and your normal stats. So definitely check this one out, it's absolutely awesome. And also we're going to show off the bionic eyes, which is a pretty cool implant which you can find in the Hidden Valley bunker. This will pretty much give you 3 vision modes. You'll have a heat detection vision mode where you can see the heat signatures on the NPC's bodies or the enemy's bodies. You'll get a night vision mode for when it's nighttime and you will go out in the night and you can pretty much just have the night vision. And also you can have like a robotic mode which will identify if there's a robot there, just very similar to the heat detection one but for robots. Very cool mod is the quick cat mod, but sadly this mod doesn't work. I couldn't find a fix for it, and it kind of works like I usually go up to a robot and I click my button, which I've got as the command, and it doesn't usually work and it's just kind of broken. So I'm not sure if that's just me or the mod is actually just not working very well. So it's a very cool mod. It would have been absolutely perfect to show in this video, but sadly it does not work. So this is a Cyberpunk suit by Nichego. So this is pretty much just add in a Cyberpunk themed suit into Fallout New Vegas. It has 9 colour variants, a hood, a jacket and a vest. And these will be located in the Good Springs Schoolhouse. So that's where you will find them. And if you are struggling to find these outfits, you can just use an item spawner and you will get them straight away. Or use your console commands and search it. So if you are not a big fan of the Johnny Silverhand armor piece I was showing previously, you can get these outfits with different colour variations. So if you're not a fan of just like a bog standard white or a blue, you can get in like 9 different color variants, so you can switch between them and see which ones you like. So yeah, if you do like any Cyberpunk themed outfits, this will be absolutely perfect. So anyways, cocksuckers, I'll see you in the next video. Adios, motherfuckers.